Hello everybody, hope everybody had a nice Christmas. I know I did. Get that camera adjusted, sorry. I just want to tell you something real quick. I was over on Slack from the Reloaders Network. If you haven't been there, go check out the Reloaders Network. It's great. There's lots of people there. It's nice. And nobody's kicking you off it because you happen to talk about firearms. This is a place where you can find deals. There's all kinds of little channels. It's called the Reloaders Network. When you get there, if you scroll on down to a chat, it'll take you to the where it's hosted on Slack and where to log in and register and all. It doesn't cost anything. It's really cool. In fact, I got to get their mobile app. I can't see my phone half the time, but it might be fun to have. But anyways, I was on there and a gentleman, Ozark Spirit, helped me last night. He gave me a suggestion. This is about, well, it'll be in the title, but this is about a 458 SOCOM AR. I bought a off-brand upper off of Gunbroker, and the guy had great reviews and all that. And I think maybe if I was using it with standard commercial ammo, it might be okay, but I don't do standard. I heard about from Full Lead Taco's channel. He was loading up these 600 grain beasts, and I bought the mold from NOE. There's the beast right there. Okay, his gun shoots them fine. My gun shoots them great. I mean, they're accurate. They hit them, and they rock the steel. You can't believe it. It's fun. But anyways, I was having feeding problems. Really, I mean, I was fighting with this. I was thinking about down the road. I know I bought a really cheap upper, and I even took the shroud off it and tried to look on it for identifying marks on the barrel. Who made it? Well, maybe ask. None on it. All that's on there is the caliber. That's it. Nothing. So it's an El Cheapo, but I like it. Shoots good. Now it does anyway. Anyways, I just want to give some guys, if you're having problems with feeding issues on your 458 SOCOM, this may be a fix for you. It might not. I mean, but it's worth looking at, okay? I went and got a second magazine at the gun store today, and before I modified it, I thought, well, I'll make this video so I can show people the difference, because a video like this would have saved me a lot of heartache. I'm just trying to help somebody else down the road. This is the standard in the metal GI mags, what they tell you to use, right? Standard one here. And I got the ones that the follower in there won't let it go back and forth. It goes up and down. It won't flip-de-doo. Like this mag here. Like that. That just adds more problems to your mix. Screw it. I'm going to get me some different followers off eBay. But anyways, what I did, and again, Ozark Spirit suggested this. So this is not my idea originally. I just grabbed it and ran with it. Okay, but you see this one here that I've modified? Can you see that? Maybe I gotta shine some light on it or something. I don't know. Well, basically what I did is I took my good old Dremel tool. Hello. And I took one of my dummy rounds. Working feeding. See, no primer, no powder, no. I stuck it in here. And just put it underneath there so it hold it open a little bit down. I get in there with my Dremel and I Dremeled that down, because what I found was this, and I never thought about looking at the mag. I mean, I kept thinking it's got to be my ammo, right? It's a brand new gun, and the mags, the ones I use with 223, they're fine. It's got to be something I did with the ammo wrong. Okay, so I kept playing with cartridge overall length and all that. But okay, you see that flat piece there? And as that 458 SOCOM comes up, it runs into it. So the gun's coming up, and mine, I don't know if you can see that mark or not there. I mean, of course, this round here has been chambered probably 20 times, me testing. But it was beating them up because it would jam in and right up like that. And it's funny because if I pulled the charging handle back and let go of it, it would feed the round fine, no problem. Whereas if I just had the gun, you know, you got it back all the way and it's locked back, you put the magazine in, you push the button, and crunch, it throws the round in the chamber, that's when I'd have problems, which is the same force it uses to chamber the round once one's fired, kicked out, and want to put a fresh round in. So it drove me nuts for a while, which isn't that far. I mean, I don't have that much hair left, okay? I can't afford to lose a hell of a lot. So, anyways, it hitting that, it would come up there, and I'll push with my finger here. Just gonna get it, you guys see. And I'm pushing, and it ain't going anywhere. See, I'm pushing quite hard. You can see my finger. Well, this one here, I'll load these 2 dummy rounds in here for us. A dummy loading dummy round. Hey, it all matches. Now I can pop these out with my finger just as easy as pie. They don't stop at all. Well, see, they fly off on the floor. Really good. No problem. I did that, and I went back to and I learned about this round originally on Full Lead Taco. He did a video about it. And I use his cartridge overall length. Well, I usually load 7 at a time in a mag. I don't know why. That's what I do. Okay, it'll function 6 out of 7 times with the standard cartridge overall length. What it'll do sometimes, it'll get into my chamber and not quite be chambered. In other words, it's not in far enough where if you push the forward assist, it would work. I didn't want that. And so what I did is I started playing with my overall length, and I had to bring it back down a little bit. And this is mine, and I had to reduce the powder charge at the same time. Okay, you don't be doing this stuff without reducing the powder charge, or it goes up over max. I took it down to 0.208, but that's because of my chamber is not standard, so I wouldn't use that for anybody else. That's my chamber. I would use what he use. 2.16. So I'm bringing it back, what, 8/1000th of an inch? Quite a bit. So anyways, I happen to have this piece of software that I bought a couple years ago. Let me pick up even though it's a dud, I still don't want to leave it laying around. That I bought called Quickload. And I bought it a couple years ago, and quite frankly, I loaded it up and I had no idea what's going on with it. So I kind of put it aside. But in the last couple of years, I think I've learned enough where I could, at least, and with the videos I found on YouTube about it, I could go ahead and learn how to use it. And I did. It was amazing, because once I did all the parameters it wanted me to do, like taking a fired case with a dead primer in it, filling it full of water, and measuring the difference in weight between the case by itself and the case full of water, and doing that with a few cases, so I got an average. Well, here, let me bring the software up. That goes in here, and it was different than the original one on the software. As far as it was not that far off, but just a little bit. Everyone's different, right? Because my chamber would form that brass when I fired it. So I did that. I got my cartridge overall length, all the specs in there, and it gave me my pressures. And it's telling me here the maximum pressure is 35,000, and my round should be doing 32,186. And I thought originally, well, that's just probably not bullshit, but it's just a guess, right? It gives you estimated feet per second. And on that original round that I did when I tested it with that original load, do you know it was only off less than 10 feet per second by what it said it was going to do to what my Cronny said it does? My lab radar? I mean, how the lab radar could be off that far? So I'm really impressed with the software. And somebody says there's another one out too somebody's making. I'll have to pick up a copy of that and try it out. It's not free software, but it's, I mean, if you're into reloading, I think it's worth it. So for me, it gave me, I was worried about the pressure, because if you didn't reduce that powder charge, it turned red, you were over pressure. So that allowed me to walk that powder charge down as I backed off on the overall length, which kept it safe, right? And I won't try it, but what got my functioning thing handled was that magazine. Just, I don't know if you can see what I did. Let me put this round back in there so you can see inside. Again, that's a dummy round, but I actually I did more than just grind it down flat. I ground it down and at a bit of an angle, so it's deeper inside the mag. So it's kind of like a little bit of a feed ramp, because my feed ramp on my gun sucks. Okay, they sent me on the Reloaders Network on Slack. This Ozark Spirit was nice enough to take pictures of his feed ramp and show me what a good one looks like, and mine ain't. Mine has almost no feed ramp compared to his. But again, I mean, if I took it to a gunsmith, first of all, the gunsmith ain't gonna want to screw with my reloads. He ain't gonna want to screw with lead. He's only gonna screw with factory, and it's probably gonna cost me $150. Well, I'd rather, if I had to, I'd rather take that money and put it together towards a quality upper, and I'd give that one to my son-in-law because he likes tinkering with stuff, and you know he doesn't have a lot of money to buy what he wants. So anyway, but I'm gonna hang out to work. I got it working. It's just a plain Jane. In fact, I was stealing a lower, and then my daughter, I got one for Christmas. Yay! So I got me a lower for it. I'd like to put a suppressor on it, but none of mine will work on it yet. They're not high enough pressure. My 45 caliber suppressor is a pistol one. So maybe in a year or two I'll pick up one. Who knows? I don't know. Because I'd like to be able to shoot 45-70 suppressed too. I don't know why I like shooting the big board. I just do, okay? But, so I'm happy with it. And it's funny, I mean, I haven't sit down and shot groups. I was working with the feeding, but it was accurate enough so I could hit the small steel out there. I was knocking the dueling tree around. It hits it so hard that the dueling tree goes around, boom, it comes back and around again. Boom, boom, boom. It just kind of oscillates. So, but it's fun. I am so happy I can't see straight. So that's all it took. Every time it would jam going in, jam going in. And watch, I'll do it on camera and it'll jam going in. Look at that. Again, these are duds. See, no primers? Well, not really duds. You put a primer and powder in them, I'm sure they go kabang. It's unsafe, it's a dud round, you know all that, right? Now you ain't gonna be able to see this on camera. It's either gonna happen fast or it ain't gonna happen at all. Anyway. Watch it. Every time, no problem. I hope this helps somebody else out. Could have saved me a lot of digging. So, I'll talk to everybody later. Have a good one. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Where the hell did my round go? Talk to everybody later. I gotta go find something. Goodbye.